Mother's Monday live stream. It's great to have you here, and I hope you had a wonderful week. Ava, how lovely that you're here this morning. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Now it's happening. Well, you guys might find this funny. I did. Good morning, Ravenheart. It's great to see you here. Um, I was watching a video on YouTube, sort of a how-to video that you can do a little cutting and trimming in a little video editing inside YouTube, and I never realized that. So I was curious, and I was watching this video, and it turns out that I'm not the only one who has that weird, awkward few moments at the beginning of their live streams because the when the live stream kicks in and starts, it's always so different. And so I was just laughing. It was nice to know that it wasn't just me. I don't know if that helps you all in life when you stumble upon others who are going through what you're going through. And it just reminded me that how grateful I am for this community because, of course, I'm not just here with you all on YouTube sometimes, but I'm also working with folks individually. I'm seeing you all at retreats. I'm seeing you online during online retreats or School of Love. And the one thing that I notice the most, and this is true for me outside of just strictly this spiritual community, but in my whole life, that it has always been such a huge, huge support when I find that others are going through what I go through, whether it's joy or frustration or challenges or when things line up. There's just this feeling of connection that for me it is probably the glue that holds my life together. I would say that, and I'm just so grateful for it. And I know that the how-to video I was watching was just some small little piece of it, but I love how Mother is just constantly reminding me that I'm not just a part of my community of friends or my family community or this spiritual community and maybe other spiritual communities that I interact with, but I'm a part of the bigger community, the human community, and that, these folks that are making, well, how-to computer videos have the same issues that I do when it comes to doing a live stream. And it's just one of those little things where I find when I'm reminded of the connections that we all share, it just makes such a huge difference in my life. Because I have to admit that one of my challenges in this life is isolation. And so I have to be, and it's not just like being on my own too much. Isolation, it's sort of a mental or a mindset as well. And one of the things I have to be careful of is the isolation mindset, that I'm the only one struggling with this, or I'm the only one that has this problem, or I'm the only one that's having this great moment or this wonderful experience. And it's community that really offsets or rebalances, recalibrates that isolation mindset. So I just wanted to share that today because I thought it was funny because you've heard me complain about not being able to sync the first minute or so here easily, and So yeah, that was just my share for the day. Um, Jane, it's good to see you. Good morning. And Ricardo, as always, lovely to have you here. And Carol, yay, so glad you could join us this morning. All right, everybody, we're just gonna dive in here, see what Mother has for us today. Hmm. Hello, my beloved ones. How wonderful it is to be with you in this way, in this moment. So today I'm going to continue with our exploration of this grouping of spiritual principles, these tenets that are so important to your overall well-being. And I'm just going to keep reminding you all that these are not about morality, they are not about right as it is defined by a certain group of people. This is the continuation and development of your own inner compass, your own guidance system. And we call it the moral compass because morality is really just how you interact with your larger community, how you navigate that community so that you all can live in better unity and harmony, not for repression, right? This is not about limitations of the inner essence of an individual, but this is about learning to flow, not just with yourself, but with others in such a way that it is supportive, it is compassionate, and it has strength, it has depth and weight, right? So what you're exploring here is these principles, these elements that when you are aligned with them within yourself, you will find that you align more easily with others, with the circumstances of your life as they unfold. You will align more easily with the divine, and ultimately you will feel your life has much more grace and ease. So these are not shoulds. They are a discovery. They are an exploration. They are an inner decision to see if these elements resonate with you? And to what degree? How deeply are you willing to allow their resonance to go within you? So each one of these spiritual principles, tenets, has a vibration. And when these all these elements are woven together, are integrated within you, their different vibrations become like a symphony, like a beautiful piece of music, where you have all these different instruments that vibrate at a different frequency, but when they flow in harmony, there is such a feeling of being uplifted that it changes you from the inside. So today I want to focus on acceptance. So I'm not going to give you a lot to consider today, because I'd like for you to really think of this in terms of quality rather than quantity. Meaning that acceptance, the way that I am using that word, is synonymous with receiving. But there's a difference, right? So it's similar to receiving, but it goes more deeply. So if someone hands you a gift and you hold out your hands and they put the gift in your hands, now you have received that gift, but you haven't yet accepted it. So receiving it is sort of the first part of that process. You can reject it even after receiving it. You can say, oh no, I can't accept this, right? That would be the words you would use. I cannot accept this. You've received it, you've looked at it, you have decided, and then you reject it. So accepting something is to receive it and then allow it to become yours. So not, if it's a material gift, this would not be about possession, but it's about receiving the energy of the gift itself. So when someone gives you a compliment, you hear the compliment, so you have received it, you heard the words, and do you accept the compliment or do you reject the compliment by saying, oh, no, that's not true, or oh, I thought my hair looked terrible today, or well, I did an okay job with that, but I could have done better, right? Or do you accept, you receive it, you hear the compliment and you accept it, you say, thank you. That is very kind of you to say. I appreciate that very much. And you really feel it, you really take it in. You make it yours. You let it integrate. And maybe through that integration of that one little compliment, by really receiving it, really taking it in, really letting it be, it changes you. It gives you a little more confidence. It challenges the old mindset of not worthy, not good enough, low self-confidence. It challenges that mindset. It makes you think, maybe they have a point. Or what if I were to view myself as they are viewing me right now? It puts you in synchronicity, right? So you can have all the synchronicity in the world come to you, and you may receive that synchronicity, but if you don't accept it, then it will not benefit you. It will not work with you and for you. All these spiritual principles must be accepted, not just received, but deeply accepted. So think of them as a gift. And I want you to take this week to just contemplate, ruminate, reflect on how you receive gifts. What's your mindset about receiving gifts? Is it okay? Is it okay only on special occasions? Is it okay only when you agree with the gift that's being given? Do you limit how many gifts you can receive on any one day or week or month? What is your mindset around receiving gifts? Gifts of all kinds. You know a gift when you receive it. And once you've received it, how often do you reject it and how often do you accept it? How often do you let yourself have that gift? How often do you provide others with the joy of giving gifts? Meaning you are the one receiving and then accepting that gift. And the synchronicity that happens between you when you do that. It's a connection. Something lights up between you. You know the joy of gift giving, and you know the joy of when that gift is not only received, but accepted. You can feel the difference. And sometimes people don't accept gifts fully for a variety of reasons. If it's a material object, maybe they genuinely don't care for it. You liked it, but maybe they don't. But they accept the spirit, the energy of the gift itself. It's all energy. It's all energy. So what are you receiving and then accepting? Meaning opening up and welcoming, saying a full yes to that gift. So receiving it is maybe a yes with a lowercase y, right? And accepting is a yes with all capitals and an exclamation point. Acceptance only occurs in the present moment. You can accept your past in the present moment, or parts of your past in the present moment. But you cannot go back to your past and practice acceptance. And you cannot accept a future that does not exist yet, that has not occurred or happened in your conscious awareness. So acceptance happens only now, in the moment. And it is one of the most powerful spiritual tools, because acceptance is that presence, that energy, that element that gets you rooted in the present, gets you centered in the present. Because when you are fully present, you can't help but be in acceptance. You are in the moment. You are in your life. You are not off thinking about the future or the past. You're not in your head about having a conversation and not fully aware of your surroundings. When you are present, you are in acceptance. It's as if you're saying, I accept this moment, that this is my life, everything that's in it, inside and out. I accept in this moment. I'm here, I'm in this moment. And that, beloved ones, is where all your power is. This moment right now. And when you are seated here in this moment, you are in full acceptance. Acceptance is not about acquiescence. Oh, well, this is the way it's always going to be. If there are problems or issues or things you want to refine or shift or improve, being present and in full acceptance of yourself and this world as it is right now is not about defeat. It isn't about giving up. It's simply stepping into the moment as you are. So the more you practice these principles and put them together, let them weave together and create this symphony within, the easier it is to let go of these old definitions and mindsets that may not be accurate based on who you are today. And when you are present, when you are accepting yourself in this moment, that's when trust is so obvious, so present. It's right here. Synchronicity is all around you. And your awareness is full of synchronicity. And surrender ceases to be a bad word and becomes a relief, a setting down of one's burdens and limitations. It is not a move to inferiority. It is a rebalancing of your internal scales. So, as you explore how you receive, and then if you receive the gift, whether it's from the divine or people or animals or nature or your own inner life. As you receive the gift and you acknowledge it, wow, this is a gift that's just been given to me. Then do you accept it? Or do you reject it? Because here's some signs. If you acknowledge or receive the gift, oh, here's a gift, and then you sort of ignore it a little bit, or you just quick thank you, or oh, isn't that nice? You may be rejecting it. You're acknowledging it, you received it, you're acknowledging it, but you're not really accepting it. You're not letting it come into you. You're not letting yourself integrate it and really accept the gift. And notice what happens when you try to ignore or sort of just run over it or not give it the attention that it needs. And then when you do, when you fully receive and accept the gift, whatever it is, big or small, doesn't matter. When you fully accept it into your being, just notice the difference. And you can start by practicing my favorite spiritual action, and that is pausing before you react. Oftentimes, the sort of acknowledgement, but then not really accepting the gift, that is a reaction that comes from the low self-worth. So to pause when you acknowledge you've received a gift, just pause and breathe and let love open the way to acceptance. To just say, I'm just going to try to accept this gift fully. Breathe it in and let it settle. Without the need to then immediately give a gift back, because you can't receive and fully accept a gift and not give it back right away, right? You can't owe someone. Let all that go. Just accept that gift deep within, letting yourself come to the present moment without trying to rush past the moment and divert yourself or the person giving the gift or the experience you just had. Just breathe, pause, take a moment, let it come into you, let it settle. And if indeed you feel the call to reciprocate in some way, shape, or form, wonderful, but not as a reaction, only as an action, a loving action. Sometimes, fully receiving a gift that someone or something has given to you is one of the greatest acts of love, because you are honoring the gift giver. And that can be enough. Explore this, beloved ones. See how it feels within you. and just notice. Notice all the gifts that are coming to you continually. Little ones, little moments here and there, bigger ones, things that feel more significant. But if you go below what's on the surface, you'll start to notice the power of the energy that lies beneath. That it doesn't matter what the size of the gift is, or the monetary value, or any of that. It is the energy, it is the sentiment, it is the love, it is the act of giving, receiving, and accepting, because it's that acceptance that then closes the circle of giving and receiving and ignites it. And when that circle is ignited, you are one. I love you, beloved ones. Have a wonderful week and enjoy this awakening to acceptance. Namaste. Oh, hey, warrior girl, good to see you. And Diane, good to see you. And Astrality, love, I don't know who that is, but hello, it's good to see you here. And Julietta, lovely to have you. Oh, yeah, Jane, you're welcome. I'm happy to. Well, you are so well. Oh, Oliver, it's lovely to see you, my dear. You are so very welcome. Boy, that hit home today. I feel like this year has been a huge unraveling of a lot of old mindsets. I mean, I know Mother's talked about this, and I know Yeshua's talked about this through Carissa, that, as we're in this new age, there's really this big call to let go of old mindsets that belong to the old age. And not just like, oh, I believe that, and oh, now I'm going to believe this, but really that inner shift, that those mindsets just don't belong here. They're not working. They're not resonating. And as Mother was talking today, I felt my own old beliefs around words, and these certain words and how they're used, acceptance, and oh, if I accept, it's just like defeat. And I thought, wow, I really do still feel some of that. And yet more of me doesn't. And so it's these little corners of myself that that still need to make that transition, that shift. It's awesome. And I love that she's really focusing on this. This is such a big refinement process. Like, none of us are starting at square one. You know what I mean? We've all been doing this inner work for a while now. And whether here or, with other teachers or just ourselves or whatever, but now we're really into the refinement. And I love it. I don't feel like I'm back at square one. I just feel like, oh, I, I, I have the opportunity to just go deeper into this and acceptance. I love that visual of just receiving the gift, like really receiving it. When she was breaking it down, like, not just, excuse me, accepting it. Like, how many times have I received a gift and then like rejected it or just kind of veered off and like, oh, thank you, and just kind of, I totally got what she was talking about. And then the difference when I fully accept it, it's such a unifying experience. And the other one, when I just sort of reject it or kind of play it off, it feels flat. And I know that I've kind of screwed up, and it was just awesome. Yeah, reciprocity, absolutely, warrior girl. I know, Ravenheart. Exactly. I haven't really either. That it's the deep accepting that ignites that circle of giving and receiving. I was like, oh my God. It's like, my mind was like, whoa, oh my God, that was so cool. Um, anyway, it's great to see all of you to here today. And thanks for hanging out and sharing afterwards. I always love that. Have a great week. And I look forward to seeing you all here next week, as long as I stay healthy and all that good stuff. Can't ever promise, but hopefully I'll be here next week for sure. But take care and mwah. Love you guys. Bye bye. Hmm. Huh. Why isn't this? Oh gosh.